All right. Welcome back, everyone. Last free Pilates class of 2023. I have really enjoyed bringing these free classes to you this month. It has been so fun. And I thought we would round it out with some nice deep core activation and restoration work. I think a lot of us have been off of our routines and our schedules, especially with exercise when it comes to the holidays and travel and socializing. So this is just going to be a great way to tune into your core, to find the connection of the legs to the core, and also just really focusing on pelvic placement because that's going to help us, number one, get the most out of our exercises, most out of our workouts, the best results. And number two, it's going to alleviate any back pain that we might be having when we are held in proper posture. Everything just feels better. So I have my ball bangles on my ankles, totally optional. If you don't have ankle weights, you're still going to get a great workout. So let's get into it. We're going to start down on our back, resting all the way down, bend the knees, plant the feet here, just parallel about hip width distance. If you're new here, my name is Caitlin. I'm the creator of the Spring to Life method. We do phase-specific Pilates-based workouts to get the best results all cycle long. So we're going to start with that pelvis. I want you to make a diamond with your fingers, connecting your thumbs and your pointer fingers. Just place your thumbs over your belly button and your fingers pointing towards your pubic bone. And without moving anything, we're just going to breathe into the belly. So take a deep sip of air in through the nose, allowing your lungs and your belly to expand. And you should notice that your palms kind of tented as your belly expanded towards the ceiling. Now exhale, push all that air out. Allow your belly to melt under your hands, and your hands are going to come more together to your starting position. So just take a few deep breaths here. And every time you exhale, you're feeling everything that's touching the mat sinking a little bit heavier against it. So the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, your ribs, your pelvis, the soles of your feet. Now let's invite a little bit more movement here. So on your inhale, you're going to roll your hips forward or away from you. So I'm inhaling and I'm exaggerating this arch in my lower back. On my exhale, as my belly melts down, I'm going to rock my pelvis towards me, imprinting my spine so that that space is gone. I'm squishing my back into the mat and my cheeks are starting to curl off the mat. Inhale, rolling the hips forward. Exhale, melting and pulling it back. Now, if you're having trouble kind of feeling this with your hands on top of your belly, you could place your fingertips under your low back. So as you inhale, your hips roll forward. There's lots of space for your fingers. As you exhale, curl your pelvis back. You're squishing your fingers under the back of your pelvis. So let's take 2 more deep breaths like this. And this pelvic rock here is just a nice way to start loosening up your lower back and getting into your body. Now on your last inhale, just relax your tailbone to the floor and you're back to your neutral spine. So we have this natural curve, but we're not exaggerating it, slaying the ribs open. Ribs are pulled together, belly button's reaching to spine, pelvis is heavy. Now go ahead and just take your arms down by your sides. We're going to start to add a march here. So we inhale to prepare. Exhale, push your left foot down into the mat. Float your right knee to tabletop. And we don't want this leg to be lazy here. You want to feel your foot pressing down, your big toe connected, and your inner thigh here should light up. You shouldn't be able to sway this knee. It should be nice and solid. Now inhale, return your right foot to the mat. Plant it down, exhale, push into it. Float the opposite knee up. And as this is happening, the pelvis stays neutral. So this space in your lower back, ideally, is not changing very much here. So if you notice as you're lowering your feet down, your hips are rocking forward, wrap those ribs in, full belly button to spine. See if you can allow your abdominals to still expand and contract without moving the pelvis. And pressing those arms down into the mat. So there's energy through your arms here. Palms pressing down, triceps pressing down. That's gonna help you find the stability in the pelvic region, in the low back. Now, hold the right knee in tabletop. With your next exhale, bring your left knee to tabletop. And let's just kind of draw the heels together here. So we have a connection point, the inner thighs are lighting up. Inhale to prepare at the top, exhale, hinge from the hip. Tap your toe towards the mat. Inhale, return. Exhale, reach towards the mat and return. So we're taking away the stability point of having one of our feet on the mat. So this is a little more challenging. And as we're progressing here, exhale, pull that knee up. You always have that regression to go back to. So if you're feeling a little unstable, you feel like things are gripping, you can always go back to the previous version. One more each side. Even yourself out here. Find tabletop. Now, we're gonna get a little bit more of a longer lever. It's gonna become more challenging here. If you feel like you're having trouble keeping the back of your shoulders down or your head is really arching, you can stack your palms and bring them under your head here. That's gonna invite a little bit more connection of the ribs as we're kind of preparing to come into this forward flexion. But we're gonna keep the head down here. Keep the knees in tabletop. On your inhale, extend one leg on the diagonal. On your exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. We're just alternating here. Side to side. Reaching in the direction of the toes. Pulling it back. Reach it out. Pull it back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one each side. Bring it in. Now squeeze those heels back together. A little bit more challenging. We're stepping it up with each variation here. Double leg stretch on the inhale, send both legs out. On the exhale, pull it in. So your challenge here, as the legs extend, is to let the abdominal wall expand without losing your ribs. So the ribs stay down, the belly expands. Exhale, it pulls tighter together to bring the legs in. And as you lengthen the legs, you don't want to take them so low that you lose your low back here. This is a lot of strain, it's a lot of work. Bring them up on the diagonal until you can find that neutral pelvis position, and then pull them back in. And as you gain strength and stability here, you're going to be able to take those legs lower and lower. Adding the additional weight on the ankles, though, is giving you even more tipping points. So you're probably going to want to bring them up just a little bit. Last two. Exhale, drag the knees in. One, drag them in. Now from here, you can take your hands behind your thighs, just stretch your legs up here, flex and point. Reach to the heels, reach to the toes. Take a moment. We've been working those legs a little bit, that core connection. Stretch out, say hello to the backs of your legs. Now from here, keep both legs lifted. Bring the hands back behind the head. Inhale, lower one leg just on the diagonal. Notice where your pelvis is. If you start to lose it, bring it back up, plug it in, and we'll scissor to change. So I'm only bringing those legs down to about 45, 60 degrees while maintaining the top leg at 90 degrees. Exhale to change. And it's like you're just brushing those heels right past each other. Maybe reaching that bottom leg a little lower, a little lower. Here for 3. Ribs and shoulders down, 2. And 1. Bend the knees in. Replace your feet. Let's take those arms back down by our sides. So we're planting the palms, rolling the shoulders open. Squeeze the glutes, curl your tailbone up and off the mat. Press into your palms, press into the soles of your feet. Inhale at the top. Exhale, melt it down, down. You're still curling your tailbone towards you until the very end. Release the pelvis. Take a deep breath. Exhale, press into your feet, squeeze the glutes. Inhale at the top, maybe spread your toes out a little bit. Reach your knees over the toes. Melt it down, down. Let's do 3 more like that. Peeling your spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. I like to imagine picking up a strand of pearls very gently and delicately, one by one, and then replacing it against the mat, reversing that articulation. Last one here. Press into your arms at the top, squeeze those glutes. Now with your exhale, you're gonna march that right knee to tabletop. Bring it up. Inhale, replace the foot. Other side. Inhale, replace. Alternating side to side here. Try not to let that pelvis or hips dip down, keeping those hip bones level. 1 more each side. Replace the feet and melt it down, down, down. Now just bring your heels together. Inhale, reach the arms back. On your exhale, reach to the ceiling. Look to your knees. Grab those thighs, pull yourself all the way up, and we're going to stretch the legs at the same time. Reach forward over the legs, breathe into those back ribs. Now on your exhale, pull your belly button away from your thighs. Roll it down, and you can grab on to those legs to help you roll through your low back. Inhale, reach, full roll-ups here to the ceiling. Look to your toes. Grab on if you need a little assistance through that low back. Reach forward. Melt it back. Squeeze inner thighs. That helps you control through the low back. And then test yourself. See if you can do it with no hands, just using that core control. Shoulders drop down the back. Try not to hold tension in those shoulders, scrubbing them to your ears. Last 2. Roll it down, down, and last one. Chin to chest, curl it forward, over the legs, and we melt it down, down. Now we're gonna stay in our curl. Try not to drop your shoulders. Lift up an inch, pull back an inch. Inhale up an inch, exhale, belly pulls you back an inch. Heavy legs, you can soften the knees here. If you're feeling a lot of quad action, inhale up, exhale back, relax those shoulders, energy through the fingertips. 2, 1, rest it down, reach your arms and legs out. Circle your wrists and ankles, let those ribs flare open. It's always nice to feel the opposite of what we're trying to achieve in our core, our stable core work. So let's bend the knees back in, stack those hands palm over palm, bring them behind your head, and we're gonna go back to the beginning, but increase the difficulty with a curl. So feet and pelvis are down, big breath into your belly as you exhale, rock your ribs down and forward, pick your head and shoulders up off the mat, and now here, we're gonna find that march. So that same curl we're pulsing in and out of, we're trying to keep the shoulder blades off the mat. Big breath in, exhale, float the right knee up. Inhale, replace, exhale, float the left knee up. Little more challenging, getting a little more into those deep powerhouse muscles, kind of connecting lower and upper abdominals here, adding the curl. Last one each side. Replace the foot. Rest it back. Nice deep breath in. Open the ribs. Now exhale. Come into the curl. Wrap your heels together. With your exhale, float both knees to tabletop. Can you rock a little higher in your curl? Inhale, tap your right toe down. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, left heel toe down. Exhale, bring it up. Try not to let your shoulders drop back. Keep your elbows in your peripheral vision. And we're just isolating those legs with this little toe tap. Can you get a little higher in your curl, chin up off the chest? Last two. 2, 1. 1, keep the legs in tabletop. Rest your head back. Take a moment here. Ribs and belly expand. On your exhale, return to the curl. Now moving into that single leg stretch pattern, inhale, send the right leg out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send the left leg out. Exhale, pull it in. Keep that curl lifting. You're bringing your chest toward the front of your thighs. Here for 3. On the exhale, it's an opportunity to curl a little deeper. 2. Last one. Reach, pull, reach, pull. Legs up, head down. Take a moment. Getting a little harder with each variation. Exhale. Rock into your curl. You're looking between the knees. Your heels are glued together. Double leg stretch. Inhale, legs out. Exhale, pull the knees in. Tailbone stays heavy. As the legs pull in, can you get higher in that curl? Shoulders off the mat. Inhale, reach. You can always bring your hands behind the thighs if you want to start to advance it a little bit. If you need that neck support, keep the hands behind the head. Last one. Rock it back. Head down. Legs lengthen up. Take a moment here. Stretch it out through the heels, through the toes. 3, 2, 1. Wrap those heels together. Now you can soften your knees if you're having a hard time keeping the legs straight up without rocking your pelvis off the mat. Tailbone down, soft knees, and we'll move from there. Otherwise, try and stretch them. Pelvis stays heavy on the exhale. Find your curl. Right toe to the ceiling, left toe lowers down. Exhale and change. Scissor to change. Now as we add this curl, we have a little bit more leverage to take the legs a little lower. Last 2. And 1. 1. Hug your knees in. Rest your head back and give your head a little turn, side to side. And then from here, let's keep the right knee in. Lengthen the left leg out. Give that knee a good squeeze towards your shoulder. Compress that hip joint. And then take the hands behind the thigh. Stretch it up. Give yourself a little flex, a little point. And just relax that foot. Flex your bottom foot though. Pull that toe back. Press the heel down. Arms by your side. Single leg circle. Just drawing a circle on the ceiling. Inhale across. Down. Exhale back center. Inhale across, exhale back center. Arms and ribs pressing down, returning to that center point. After every circle, reverse, take it open on the inhale. Exhale across and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg down. Hug the opposite knee and give that hip a good squeeze. You can circle your ankle a little bit and then stretch it up. One good flex point. Relax your left foot. Flex your bottom foot back. Palms press down. Inhale across. Open it up. Bottom leg stays nice and stable. Your arms are supporting you. Your triceps are active. Ribs sinking down. One more across. Find center, reverse, take it open. Down, across, and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. We're gonna bend the knees in, plant the feet. Press the arms down. Again, with your exhale, squeeze the glutes. Roll it up. This time on your inhale, you're gonna stay up, lift the heels. Reach the arms back and overhead. Melt it down with the heels, lifted arms reaching. Inhale, heels down, palms down. Exhale, roll it up. Lengthen those hip flexors. Inhale, heels lift, arms reach. Melt it down. Inhale, palms and heels down. 3 more. Roll it up, stay up. Inhale, heels lift, arms reach. Melt it down. Here for 2. Last one. Stay up here. Heels up. Arms reach back, heavy arms back, keep those ribs pulled together. Can you lower? Lift the heels for 4. All 10 toes press into the mat. 3. Should you feel those hamstrings and the glutes working? 2. 1. Keep the heels lifted, melt it down. Down, down, lengthen the legs out. Reach to the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest, curl it up and over. Roll forward over those legs. Let's sit nice and tall here. Let me adjust my hair. And we're going to open the legs the distance of the mat for a little spine stretch forward. So let's start with the arms reaching forward, off the shoulders, toes pulled back, big breath into your belly. Now that same curl we just found. Scoop your belly back, curl your tailbone under, roll it forward like you're making a full wheel with your spine. Inhale, stack it up. Exhale, scoop and reach, reach, and stack it up. Drop your shoulders, pull your ribs back, lift up, flex your toes back more, press your heels down. Last one, find your curl and lift. Now from here, let's bend the knees in, bring the heels together, grab behind your thighs. With your exhale, you're just going to initiate that roll back, tailbone under, find your scoop. Inhale, pull back to the top. So you're almost doing a bicep curl. As you exhale and pull away, the bicep opens up. And then pull with the arms, shoulders down, biceps active. Come right up on top of those sitting bones. Lovely. Exhale, scoop back just a little bit. Lift up, scoop back. Lift up one more time. Scoop back just behind the sitting bones. Stay there. Heels pressed together. See if you can float your toes off the mat. And just here, rock from toes touching to just where you can keep your balance. So we're just finding a little bit of a tipping point. And the biggest impetus for this movement is that exhale. The reach back of your abdominal wall to curl your tailbone under more. Maybe bringing your hands to the front of the shins here. Finding this control, and your shape is staying the same. As you roll back, you're not lengthening the legs away from you. Everything's staying nice and tight here in the center. Now find your balance. We're going to make it a little bigger. Curl your tailbone under, roll back to your shoulders, and roll back up. Try not to touch the toes. So with the weights, it's a little trickier because they really want to take you forward. So you have to counterbalance that the whole time. Shoulders down, elbows wide. Those biceps are active. Your lats are active here. 2, 1. Now find your balance here at the top. We're going to go back to our stomach series that we've kind of been building. That left hand walks over to your right knee. Left leg reaches out. With control, can you curl your tailbone under, roll through your low back, through the mid back, just to your C curl. Lengthen this leg like I'm standing in front of you, pulling your ankle away. Now exhale, pull that right knee to your cheek. Exhale, change outside hand always to the ankle. And we've got those shoulders up off the mat. Here for 3, 2, 1. 1, try to keep your curl, bring both legs in. We've been building our stamina here. Double leg stretch on the inhale, reach fingertips to your knees, legs on the diagonal. Exhale, pull it in. Reach, squeeze under thighs. Exhale, curl your chest around the thighs. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Now see if you can keep that curl. Send the leg straight up. Grab your right calf. Lower your left. Can you push this leg forward rather than pulling it towards you, dropping out of your curl? Can you push the leg forward, lift higher in your curl? Scissor and change. Single straight leg stretch. Here for 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs in, rest your head back. Go give your head a turn. Starting to work those neck muscles. You can always bring your hands behind your head for extra support, which we're gonna do right now. So again, palm over palm, hands behind the head. Nice deep breath back here. Exhale, rock into that curl. You're looking at your knees, shoulders are lifted off the mat. Send the legs straight up here. Double straight leg stretch. On the inhale, just lower the legs a couple inches. Exhale, bring the toes back to the ceiling. This does not have to be a huge movement for you to feel the work in your core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up. Last one. Bring it up. Now bend the knees. Bring your hands behind your thighs here. We're going to add a crisscross. So pull your right knee towards you. Pull your left shoulder across towards it. Up and over to the other side. Change. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the legs in and rest. Go ahead and bring the feet down. Open your arms to a cactus here. Let your knees drop to the left, look to the right. Exhale, bring it back center. Inhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Exhale, back center. Now from here, bring the arms back down by your sides. With your exhale, again, find your bridge. Roll your hips up here. Now at the top, pull your right knee up and in. Reach it to the ceiling. With a flat back on your inhale, tap your hips down. Exhale, press it up. Like you're poking a hole in the ceiling with your toe. 3, left big toe connected with the mat. 2, arms are strong. 1, bend the knee. Replace the foot, exhale. Left knee up. Extend the toe, you can keep the legs straight. Inhale, tap your hips down. Press through your supporting foot to bring it back up. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Replace the foot and melt it down, down, down. Awesome work here. Now, our final progression with our stomach series here, we're going to make it a little bigger, a little bolder. You can always revert to previous versions of these exercises. So we're going to pull those knees in to tabletop, hands to the shins, big breath in, exhale, press your hips down to lift your head and shoulders. So we're nice and light in the upper body, heavy with the pelvis. Bring your right knee in, single leg stretch, 1 on each side. Now, as you pull that right knee in again, see if you can pick your back up, up. Control it, down, down. And you have to kind of counterbalance the weight so that they don't do the work for you, pulling you up, up. And if this feels totally crazy, you can just stay down in your curl and work on finding that leverage where you're really cinching in the waist. 1 more set here, up, up, down, down. Bring both knees in, rest your head back. So we'll take breaks in between here. Again, with your exhale, come up, heels together, double leg stretch now. On your inhale, let's reach the legs out, arms back. Exhale, pull it in. Now, can you come up into rolling like a ball position as you pull the knees in? Now we control the down. Don't drop your shoulders or your head to the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull and lift up. Inhale, reach, control it down. Stay low, 1 more set. Reach, curl up, and reach. Pull it in, let's do 1 more. Staying up at the top. We're in our rolling like a ball, find that again. Roll back, roll up, maybe with a little more control, a little more finesse. Tailbone under, roll back, roll up, 2 more. 1, up. Now from here, let's roll back down into our curl. Rest your head, hug those knees in nice and tight. And then stretch them up to the ceiling. Come up into your C curl here. Bring the hands palm over palm behind your head. Put in scissor and scissor. No grabbing the leg, just bringing it up. Now pause with the right leg up. Drop tiny little circles on the ceiling. 2, 3, bottom leg stays steady, pull inner thighs together, reverse. 3, 2, 1, scissor, switch, left leg across, keep that curl. 2, 3, reverse, take it open. 2, 3, legs in, rest it back. All right, we've got one more big variation here with our crisscross. On the exhale, rocking your ribs into your curl. Reach the left leg out, rotate left elbow to right thigh, up and over to the other side. We'll just do a couple normal like this. One more set. Now we're gonna get fancy. Twist to that right leg. Continue to roll onto the right hip. Try to keep your elbow off, legs up. Pull left knee in, reach across. Legs out, lift up, you're in your fish. Right knee in, twist across. Reach it out. Left knee in, reach it out. Lift, lift, lift. Pull both knees in, rest it back. One more time here. Bring those feet down to the mat, they'll be parallel. Hip width distance. Arms long by your side, exhale. Engage the seat, roll those hips up. Press into your palms, find your big toes. Now again, exhale. Right into tabletop, send it up. On the inhale, lower to your bottom legs, knee height. Exhale, lift. 4, 3, keep the hips up. 2, all the way down. Drag the heel and replace the foot. Lift the opposite knee, reach it up. Inhale, reach. Lift. 4. Strong arms, 3, 2, 1 to the mat, drag the heel and replace. And melt it down, down, down. Lengthen the legs out. Reach the arms back to the ceiling. Roll it up, curl to the chest. Take a moment to stretch forward over those legs. Lift it up. Let's flip it over here and do a little extension after all of that curling. Let's take the legs wide to start here, just to the corners of your mat. Palms under your shoulders. Elbows lifted, shoulders roll down. Inhale, belly expands against the mat. Exhale. It lifts towards your spine. Press into your palms. Lift your chest, gaze to the front of your mat. Can you lift your abdominals higher? Pick your pelvis up higher. Lengthen the low back. And lower it down. Down. Big breath in here. Exhale. Press into the mat. Lift the chest. Lift the abdominals. Lengthen your hip flexors. Melt it down one more time. With your exhale, pull it up and in. Lift the chest. Now from here, keep lengthening. Melt it down. Down. Bring the hands palm over palm under your forehead. With your exhale, head stays down. Hamstrings lift without rocking your pelvis forward now. So we want that same neutrality here. Tailbone now reaching to the heels to lengthen the front of the hip flexors. That maintains as the legs lift. So we're not using our back muscles to lift. We're using our hamstrings to lift and lengthen the front of the thighs and those hip flexors. For 2. Now legs stay lifted and long. 1, squeeze them together, press them apart. Squeeze them together, press them apart. 3, 2, 1, keep them together, tiny little swimming kicks from the hamstrings. 5, relax the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax the legs.
Bend your knees, take those heels in, palms under the shoulders. From here with your exhale, we're gonna press up to a kneeling push-up position, one long line. Everything lifts together, readjust, bring those palms under the shoulders, squeeze the glutes, open the chest, narrow elbow push-ups to finish here, inhale, bend, exhale, press. 4, 3, 2, 1. Carve your belly back. Send the feet down, open the knees nice and wide, sit your hips back. Rest your forehead down. Give yourself a moment here, just rocking side to side, maybe even reaching one arm forward and then the other, opening up those lats, inviting movement into the shoulder girdle. Center yourself, allow your hips to rest all the way back if they aren't already. Roll it in, sitting up tall. Nice deep breath in, bring the arms up and overhead, palms together, down in front of your heart center. Taking a cleansing breath and a bow of gratitude for spending this time with your body. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend it with me, and I can't wait to see you on the mat next time. Bye, everyone.